Dramatic thumbnail. Welcome back to your future hand. My name is Julian Biggs, and right now we are not looking at the Bitcoin versus US dollar chart on that daily time frame, but we will in just a minute. Big shout out to Marty Boggs and his family who can't be here this weekend. I urge you to go check out shirleysound.ca and get linked to his socials, as I'm sure he would appreciate your support over there. We're going to get into the chart here in just a minute. A little something different today as I'm filming from home, just sitting on my couch here. I want to talk a bit about what's going on in Canada. Now, I don't have any political views. I did not support the right or left here, as it's just not what I focus on. But I do believe that the media narrative impacts human psychology, which impacts the global markets and the ebb and flow that we see in price action. So touching on that a bit today, because the threats made to our finances, the lack of faith that people are going to have in the Canadian financial institutions right now, and the lack of faith that people are going to have in crypto right now, just based on what Trudeau had to say and the threats that he made. Now, I didn't donate to anything. Like I said, I don't support right or left, and I don't care what you support either. It doesn't matter to me what your views are. But I do care about your future, care about my kids' future, your kids' future, and I'm hoping you do the same for your fellow Canadians. And that's why we here at Biggs and Boggs spread the message of Bitcoin, because I believe personally that Bitcoin will bring me and the people close to me and the ones following us financial freedom in the future. And I believe that Bitcoin is a true democratic environment voted on by its holders. And now, of course, governments are holding crypto. We've seen over the last 2 years more inflow into Bitcoin and crypto than ever before, and governments are filling their pockets. And we know that. So get in there and understand a few things before they do, because clearly the Canadian government does not understand Bitcoin, and they can't take it from you. They can't access your private keys if you're holding them. So if you get your coins off exchange to a hardware wallet or a trust wallet or something like that, and you have private keys, they can't access it. They can't take it. They just can't. They obviously don't understand how Bitcoin works, and we need to understand the importance of Bitcoin for these reasons, because I don't believe it's right to assume that kind of control, being a world leader in democracy. It's just crazy to me. So understand the importance of Bitcoin right now and learn a bit more about Bitcoin's self-custody and your private keys. But let's get into the charts. So right now I'm looking at the stock market here, the S&P 500 index. And, I said that the breakdown looks similar to that of what happened to Bitcoin, and we could potentially see this similar scenario where we came down underneath the 50 before breaking down again. And as you can see, that has happened. We've now formed this double top pattern, and now the bigger pattern here that I see is this head and shoulders now crossing the neckline and moving to the downside. So this is what I'm watching now, as this is obviously impacting the crypto market. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, as that's a bearish continuation candle that I'm seeing there now. So I'm going to go over the Bitcoin chart now. Bitcoin versus US dollar on the daily time frame, as I like to look at. And as you can see, a couple weeks ago, we made that big move to the upside. I talked about us probably coming to this resistance line, trickling down underneath it before making another test of the support and into this apex here. And similar patterns playing out to my predictions a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, we had a little more volatility to the upside than I expected, which was kind of nice and fun to see. But that probably lured in a lot of people, and we can see that they've gotten liquidated over the last few days here, and we're now underneath the support. So a little lower than I expected, so I'm watching for this now. But I believe that the S&P index is going to be a factor in the reaction on Bitcoin here. So what I'm watching for now, at the time of filming this video, $37,842, is the confirmation of this breakdown, likely coming here this afternoon, or us getting back into the support range over the next few days. So a retest of 35,000 is on the table, but anyway, just crazy to see. Crazy to see what's going on right now. and the way it's impacting these markets. So it's tough for me to say exactly what's going to happen, but I do think that retest of 35,000 is pretty likely. So anyway, hang in there, and we will catch you in the next one.
Biggs and Boggs.